Hello and welcome to issue number 96 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines, create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman.
So Tanner, I wanted to bring something up that you messaged us earlier, and we kind of dove into it a little bit in our chat, but I thought it'd be good to talk about it on air in while actually, talking to each other. Did you want to walk us through the journey behind that message that you sent us?
Yeah, sure. Do you just want me to recap the message? Or you want to know my thought process?
Where were you
behind?
at? This is where inside the what is that one show? Inside the theater, the
Actor's Studio. Or
Actor's Studio. That
is that right?
That I don't know. Nate, you know what I'm talking about?
I think it's inside the Actor's Studio.
Something like that.
Studio.
It's whatever between two ferns is mocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Where were you at when that message was sent?
I was at work.
Working hard.
I was sitting in the bathroom on a toilet. It'd be weird if I was sitting not on a toilet.
Just kind of chilling?
Just waiting.
Kinda. I mean... And I was on my phone, as you do, because, man, what would you do in a stall before smartphones?
Uncle John's bathroom
But
reader.
at work?
Yeah, I'm saying at work.
Oh, I'd take it in with me, man.
Oh,
Take a Sudoku.
I remember this specifically when I was really little, when I was at my dad's work for an afternoon with him, and he was like, all right, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and he opened his desk drawer and pulled out one of those little handheld games, and it was a Yahtzee game.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd do that. I had a handheld Yahtzee.
Yeah, no, that's actually, I have vivid memories of playing handheld Yahtzee. Anyway, but I was on my phone, and I don't know how, but it hit me that 420, April 20th, is
up here.
Is the
I've
Saturday.
heard of it.
And I text Kelsey, my fiance, and I was like, hey, did you realize if we move... Actually, I'm just going to pull up because I sent it to you. I'm going to pull it up so I don't screw up what I said.
For context, this episode will be coming out after 420.
Yeah, it'll come out after it, but we're recording before it.
Happy 420, everybody. I hope you had a good time.
420. I think it was great. Mine was probably great. I probably went home and didn't smoke pot.
Yeah, I think that's probably all.
Oh, is that what that's about? Okay.
Yeah, not smoking pot.
Nate just thought everyone
says, not today.
Nah. Okay,
so I said... Did you know if we moved our wedding up to April 20th this week that our 50th anniversary would be on 4/20/69? So that's April 20th, 2069, not 1969. Time's a flat circle.
Yeah.
So she sent back, "How bored are you?" And I responded, "Just pooping."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I think the most important thing that I'm seeing here, she didn't say no.
She didn't. That is true.
No. So, yeah, depending on what happens when this episode's released, we may have had a wedding.
Yeah, I may be a married man.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tanner.
Yeah, congrats. That's amazing.
We'd have to knock the bachelor party out between now and Saturday.
All right, Drew, come over. We're going to drive down.
Yeah, all right. We'll go down.
Do it Friday night. That would literally be like that movie.
The rooftop mattress one.
Yeah. Hang on, Cat's whining. And I know this will continue if I don't just let her in now. Come on.
I love this fourth host we have.
Come on.
Have you ever shared what your cat's actual name is?
Minnie. I call her Min Bin or my Min Bin sometimes. There's also Hiker, but she doesn't whine and try to come in. She's much better behaved. So yeah.
But yeah,
so
that's a good point, Nate. Never said no, so I think you got to go for it, dude.
Yeah.
And if she says no, maybe just try and push the wedding back.
Is there any way you could trick her into getting her signature on a marriage license?
Hey, could you just sign this real quick? I need you to come down to the courthouse to sign some documents.
Is there any way? Now, this is some legalese mumbo jumbo, and Nate, maybe you could weigh in, but is there any way you could date the marriage license to be on 420, but not sign it until your actual wedding?
I think you're still not married until you sign it.
Yeah, but would your anniversary then be 420?
Drew, I don't know. See, the thing is, you sign the marriage certificate. Okay, I can only speak for Minnesota. This is you sign the certificate, but then you have to take it into the government, and then you within 30 days and log it with them, and then So if you date it 420 and then go in September, they're gonna be like, this is not valid.
You'd have to go on the 50th. Okay.
You have to go on April 50th.
Yeah.
Tanner, listen. Come on.
Now, okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
So I'm just saying, okay, maybe that won't work. That's a good point, Nate. Tanner, is there any way you could...
that's a big maybe.
No, but that's a good point. Now, Tanner, all right, go through with the wedding. Do it on the day that you've already got planned. Is there any way you could gaslight Kelsey into believing that April 20th is your anniversary?
Just next April 20th,
subtly
get her a nice gift, and then when she gets confused why, get real angry.
Yeah, go completely overboard.
To the point where maybe
go way overboard. Be like,
she thinks I've lost my mind, but she's just agreeing to appease me. That could work.
And then if she says it's not our anniversary, you get real mad and walk out and say, I can't believe you forgot.
Yeah, no, I think that could work.
I think that's healthy.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nate, you're married. Is that good?
Nate?
Sorry, well, I didn't hear that you were talking to me directly. I heard, is that good? And I didn't hear that it was directed to me.
Nate, as the marriage expert here, is that good, do you think? Gaslighting your life?
I think every marriage is built on at least one good gaslighting shenanigan. So, absolutely. Pick your battle, and I think this is a good one to pick.
Now, do you have something in the works, Nate? Or is Libby got something in the works on you?
Gosh,
but you're just playing along.
I think she might, but I don't know which of the many things she's told me is the one.
Boy,
I think she's going for
smart.
a shotgun approach where she's just trying a million different things, trying to confuse me to the point that I just believe everything.
If you throw enough spaghetti at the wall and all that,
something will stick.
It'll probably be something really mundane. One of these days, we're going to talk to you, and you're going to be like, "Yeah, we use paper towels for toilet paper. Is that not what you're supposed to do?"
Libby says all men, once you're married, get one paper towel for showering. And well, how do you guys dry yours out? I guess is my, because mine's still pretty wet the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, would that even be to save money, or is that a power trip?
I think wants me to suffer. Pure power. I don't know.
But also saving money, I think. Although, I don't know how.
I mean,
no,
think
it
of all
wouldn't save money.
The laundry you don't have to do for the towels.
Yeah, but so if you break your paper towel, you're just shit out of luck for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
You have to air dry.
Wow.
I just stand in my shower for hours on it. I get up at 4 a.m. Shower, and I kind of squeegee off, and then I just stand there.
Squeegee off with your own hands. Shake a lot. That's
but,
good.
As we discussed, that's what everyone here does. So,
of course,
pretty normal.
Yep.
So I think that's your solution there, Tanner.
I think we got a good scheme going.
Yeah, we'll grift her.
Yeah, and Drew and I will call that day and be like, happy anniversary. Just wanted to say, Kelsey, I know I've never called you once in my life. I don't even have your phone number, but happy anniversary.
Yeah.
And then if she's just stop, and I'd be like, you forgot?
Oh my God. I can't believe you forgot.
Oh my God.
Tanner's going to be so upset.
And then Nate and I work with Kelsey to get a last minute gift together for you. For her to give to you.
Better. Then I can make sure I get what I want.
And then it's further ingrains the grift because she's just done this amazing thing, and now you have an expectation every 420.
Hell yeah. I mean, I already do, if I'm being honest. Am I right?
But that 42069 is going to be just so special. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
While you're drying off your paper towel and you got to let it in prep.
Yeah,
for tomorrow morning.
I'm air drying over here. Don't mind me.
Yeah. Could you, while you're doing that, tell us what we do here on this podcast of ours?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just stop. Wait for this round.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Drew. So as you know, every week you, Tanner, and I get together and we find some strange and bizarre headlines on the internet. We throw them in a list with some strange and bizarre headlines that people send in to us. We select one of those headlines at random and we use that as an origin story for a superhero or a supervillain. Now, Tanner, what did we make last week, and what are we doing? What are we doing this week?
So let's see. Last week we created a hero, right? Yeah, hero.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Because when you guys were solo, you did a villain. Well, not solo. I mean, you were without me, which is basically solo.
Which is basically, yeah.
We created the hero door bash, which what we ended up coming to is just literally like an Uber Eats driver, I guess a DoorDash driver in this situation, that just happened to find crime a lot. Also, they had lead feet and hands. An important detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
And can't stress enough, he didn't have any sort of magnetic thing that was pulling crime to him. He just found it a lot by chance.
Yep.
It's just chance.
Just happenstance. So that would mean, of course, this week we are going to make a villain. I've already picked an article ahead of time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you guys didn't have to do anything.
That's crazy that you did. Thank you. That saves so much time.
It's a great question. And I did number 9. Which
now I feel like you did just pick it right now.
No, in all honesty, I didn't. I just had to go back to the page that the number was on. I had already picked it, but I was just gonna read the headline and then I remembered you guys can't find it without the number. So yeah, Nate's already read the headline. I take it, which is
oh no, I hate it.
Doctors find 4 bees in woman's eye, feeding on her tears. Or tears. Okay. But I think it's tears.
I think it's in the little fun video they have here, it says tear ducts.
Okay.
So, first off, gross.
Yeah.
Also, it's 61 degrees in San Francisco.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mine says 67. But I did click on it earlier. Maybe it's dropped 6 degrees in a few minutes.
Dropped 6 degrees in San Francisco. It's crazy. Yeah, so this is out of Bay Area's local news station, but it actually took place in Taiwan.
Looks like it, yeah.
So this is gross.
There's videos. No.
Oh no.
I'm okay.
Why would that?
I'm good.
Oh.
I do not want to watch those.
I'm gonna mute it so you don't have to hear that. Yuckaroo!
Yeah, you're watching?
Ah!
Why would you do that?
Oh, the picture.
Oh, no.
I hate it.
I can't.
I hate
it. Are you watching it, Nate?
So I'm doing the thing where I start playing the video, but then I just start clicking through the track to find the pictures and then click away when I find what I hate.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
How do you not know they're there?
Well, okay. Well, now we gotta figure it out.
Severe pain in her eye.
Apparently what happened is these bees are common near like fallen trees and like graves and like just in general the outdoors, but for some reason they specify fallen trees. But she was digging a family. She was confirmed she was at a family member's grave pulling out weeds when she felt as if she got dirt in her eye and flushed it out with water, and then her eyes swelled up and they were underneath her eyelids.
Oh my god.
Okay, so for the 2 listeners left, we're gonna make a hero for you out of this, I guess, or a villain.
Villain, yeah.
I think the real villain here is the bees, but I mean,
is it someone who sends out bees and steals like people's sadness? That's not really a villain. That's actually someone doing a good deed.
I wish bees would come take away my sadness.
Yeah.
Just kidding, I'm okay.
Depression.
That's a good one.
Took me a second to hear what. Like my ears heard it, but my brain didn't for a second. So I had to.
We're on fire today.
Like tick 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 tick. Ding, got it.
What could be stolen from tears? I guess. Like why are the bees salt?
But that doesn't
really is not villainous.
I mean, the girl could be our villain.
The girl
it doesn't
could
have
be.
to be the bees.
But I mean,
can she just send out bees from her body?
From her eyes specifically.
Oh god.
But feeding off of sadness isn't a bad idea.
Well, could she send out bees that feed off of sadness, and then she can deploy that sadness at will?
Oh shit. There we go. Collecting the sadness for a sad
sort of a
bomb.
sadness honey, you know?
Oh, dispersing it through retail with honey. That makes sense.
People just love to buy this honey that makes them unbearably sad.
It's like that's like a Power Rangers, the movie
How so?
with the ooze,
Oh,
the purple shit that people would buy. Didn't really make them sad, and I still don't really understand why people bought it.
Yeah, you know, that's important. I'm just going to quick Power Rangers movie. I'm trying to remember myself.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say you hadn't even seen it.
No, of course I've seen
I was in the
I'll be honest. I think I've seen it. I just remember zero about
the
it.
coolest thing is when they're parachuting at the beginning, and whatever the White Ranger's name is has a snowboard for some reason while he's
Kenneth.
parachuting. God, the
He
90s
does try
were
and get all
awesome.
the. I mean, I remember the parents all trying to commit suicide at the construction site,
Yes.
and then
Oh,
Fred,
shit.
Bulk, and Skull all stop them. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, but what was it about the commercials that made people buy it? I don't know. Maybe the commercials are hypnotizing people or something. Yeah, they're kind of taking the plot of Stuff, actually.
There's a bit of Ghostbusters 2 to it as well.
I don't remember Ghostbusters 2. I've seen Ghostbusters 1 a ton of times.
It's like there's this pink slime that feeds off of people's anger.
But so...
Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just... I like Drew's idea where it's like... Or was it... I don't know which one you said it. I was letting the cat out, if I'm being honest.
It was like... I
the-
started with the sad, and Nate suggested stealing the sad to make sad honey.
Yes. Well, yeah, and make other people sad, right? That was the whole point.
I feel like you could do both. You could deploy the sadness via the bees or via the honey.
I like the deploy via the honey because then it makes sense the bees are going out and taking the sadness.
Yeah. So
But-
then if we're going that route, the villain is not this woman. She is just a victim.
Probably.
Okay.
She could be the. Yeah, I suppose.
Or she
We
could
could make her it. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, because maybe they live in her eyes.
She realizes that these bees were attracted to her sadness because she was at her family member's grave.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, yeah.
And then she's
perfect.
like, I could train these bees, or they give her, I don't know. Tanner had mentioned her deploying bees from her eyes, so
That's a good visual.
I'm
So
a
she
fan.
could deploy the bees out to collect the sadness. They come make the honey. She disperses the honey, so it's kind of like twofold. Combining both our IDs, because just like Cyclops, except instead of like lasers, it's just bees.
Which that alone would just make an awesome villain. You wouldn't
Yeah,
even have to do
I
anything
know.
else.
Bee clops.
Well, damn.
So what do we want to do? All of that?
I think we do it all.
Yeah,
Do
I
it
say
all.
all.
Okay.
Deploys those bees via her eyes to both attack and collect honey or collect sadness, and then she makes
Make
sadness honey.
Sad honey.
So when they collect the sadness, do the people that they're taking it from, are they no longer sad, or do they? Or is it just
Yeah. Maybe it
they're
just
farming
leaves
it.
the victims just like stupid happy, but
or
like
the one
dangerously
emotion
happy.
they can't have is sadness?
Yeah. It's like you need sadness in your life. If you're
Oh damn, that's like a double villain.
yeah. It's just maybe that's how like the heroes or whatever get onto her, is that she just leaves behind these just crazy happy people.
So
And maybe
with
the person's
honey
just
going
like
out,
doing
She's
What's
like
that?
making with the honey going out. She's like making half the population sad, and half just can't get sad, right?
I mean, I think
so.
that yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm not yeah, it's kind of a weird plan. What would happen if the happy person were to drink the honey? Or eat the honey?
Maybe they could get sad again. I don't know.
It swings too fast. Like they go from such a high to such a low so fast that their body
The
just
mind
can't
can't-
take it, and then I
can't
don't know,
take
they
it.
explode.
They just-
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah.
explode
They
Of course
always
they
explode.
to death.
It's just manic to depressive. And they explode.
And the whole comic's
So-
just kind of like symbolism.
As I say, I feel like we kind of have to go a little. You kind of have to make the result of them going from extremely happy to extremely sad sort of zany, because otherwise it's like just like too real.
Yeah,
So zany, they explode.
Like, well, I mean, you know what I mean. Like, you know what I
pretty
mean. though.
zany.
Yeah.
It's like in Kingsman when people's heads start exploding. That's pretty zany.
I forgot about that. It's a good movie.
And it's better than like, I don't know, they really struggle with their emotions and then they don't want to get out of bed and they're kind of just depressed.
So what happens to the just when the honey goes out and everyone gets sad? What is it? Just like is her plan because like she's feeling so much sadness that she wants the world to experience sadness. Why should the world be happy when she is so sad?
Yeah.
I think that sounds like a decent villain motivation.
Yeah.
So is it like crippling sadness? Like, so does like society start to like not function because people like won't even get out of bed? I
was imagining a lot of people walking around like George Michael in Arrested Development. Just like real sad. Like, oh, head down. Still going to work and stuff. Yeah.
Like that?
Yep.
Yep.
Or it could be real, just like, crippling. Or it could be kind of fun.
Could be kind of a little bit of both.
Depends on the people. Like, people are just like going through their lives as normal, except just super sad, and like productivity goes down. The economy goes down as a result.
In this economy? Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't want to think about this economy if sadness were introduced.
So
I think if you just look at this economy, you'll see a lot of sadness.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just...
How does she get people to take the honey? Is there an infomercial like there was for the ooze and Power Rangers?
Maybe she starts to sell it into stores, and like maybe it just gets decently far through that, like people buying it. People don't know what's going on because who would think to look at the honey?
Yeah, that's fair.
But like, if people get onto the honey, how would she disperse it then? Could she send out her bees then?
Yeah, I think that's then more of like the bees are on the offensive instead of just harvesting sadness.
They're like spreading the sad, instead of sad honey, it's like sad pollen.
Yeah. They can moving it around all the various flowers.
Oh, if it gets in the flowers, oh my God, then it turns into The Happening. What a bad movie that was.
What a great film.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
I remember wanting to like it so much when it came out.
I think, Tanner, we may have watched it together.
We probably, yeah, that actually does sound right.
Do you remember where you were when you watched it? Because I do.
Where were you? I don't.
I watched it, I'll cut this. I watched it at Taylor's dad's house.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think there was a group there. Nate, where were you when you watched The Happening?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Now,
brother.
have you actually seen
I really can't remember. I probably just at my house. It was at my house with a friend of mine.
I was still on the like Shyamalan hype train then, and I wanted all his films to be good, and I wasn't willing to accept that they were starting to go down. So I was like, no, that was a good film. I was in denial for like years.
Signs will always be just the best for me. I love Signs so much.
Sixth Sense is like one of the greatest horror films in my opinion.
Sure.
What is it too childish?
No, I'm agreeing. Sure, yeah.
Oh no, that was a sarcastic sure. Fuck you.
No, it was not a sure. It was not a sarcastic sure. I guarantee.
I just don't think he's very good at all. More like M. Night Shyamalan, because he's like a sham.
Big sham wow. It's a wet blanket. Oh, there's an idea for your shower. Get a sham wow.
Yeah, that's reusable probably. You're gonna talk to Libby about the ShamWow?
Nate's just eyeing up his paper towel now. Nate?
Did Nate leave?
No,
Oh,
sorry. I thought I was muted for a second. No, I'm still here. I never was muted.
We did not hear you at all.
Were you talking?
Not after I said. I'm trying to think of the last thing I said.
Did you hear
did you respond to the ShamWow thing?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I did not.
Directly to you.
Sometimes I just stare.
I'm worried about you.
How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing?
I'm great.
Sorry, hold on. Pretend I just said because it's a sham. And give it to me again. Give it to me again.
Oh, there's an idea, Nate. Why don't you just use a ShamWow for your shower?
Sorry, what?
Oh, you bastard.
Now, truth be told, I actually do have ShamWows, but that's...
Do you?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Do they work?
Actually, now that I think about it, so okay, this is like, I'll tell you a quick story. It's not that interesting and probably should be cut from the pod anyway, but I was given them as a gift from Elise Because when we were doing our wedding stuff, do you remember in Parks and Rec, I can't remember what character talks about being someone's emotional ShamWow.
That just sounds like...
That sounds like Leslie with...
Yeah, that honestly
Anne.
sounds like Leslie
or Anne with Leslie. One of the two.
But Elise said that she was like our stress ShamWow while we were getting into the end of our wedding planning. And so...
Oh, nice.
She, for Christmas, gave me a set of ShamWows.
And have you ever used them?
No, I really should, though, for my showers. Good one. That was a good one from me. Got a little high five to myself here. Good joke that I can't.
Drew, are you trying to look up who did the quote?
Episode 620, something about to be Leslie's stress ShamWow.
Was it Anne that said it? Anne Perkins?
I'm looking. Is
that a no?
Unsurprisingly, Ben, who is supposed to be Leslie's stress ShamWow.
Oh, and he was my second guess.
Yeah. I have a fun story about... It's not really a fun story about ShamWows, but it's kind of a story about ShamWows. And I figure if, this is no better time to talk about ShamWows than when we're talking about ShamWows, because when are we going to talk about ShamWows again? We gave them to my dad for Christmas one year, and my parents went into the other room, and it was just me, my brother, and his wife, and my sister, like, just sitting around. I think we had wine, and we were, like, a fraction of an inch away from just, like, spilling wine and seeing if the stuff worked, like they do in the ads. And then we decided, we're all pretty old. This was, like, 3 years ago. And we decided, oh, yeah, this probably isn't a good idea because it's probably not going to work, and we're just going to stain the carpet and have to explain this to our parents. My brother was 30, and we were going to go through with this.
Oh, man, can I say where I thought that story was going?
That we did it?
No, I thought when you said your parents were in the other room, you just heard your mom start yelling at your dad that I told you no ShamWow. Like there was something going on where there was not supposed to be ShamWow in the house.
Damn it, Jeff!
That's what I thought. Your story was good too.
Yeah. We should talk more about this bee stuff, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just got it all nailed is the thing. No,
Well,
I think you're right.
How she get... Because with villains, I don't know if we always do this, but we really should try more is to be like, how do they get defeated? Like, what happens?
Well... when Nate and I did our episode together, the praying mantis one, I suggested that there existed in our like loose world that's not always connected, in fact has not been connected for like 70 episodes, that there exists a SWAT team which is a specialized police force to take down bug villains, basically, because we have now 3.
This be number 3.
So what if it's a SWAT team? They take down the bees.
So what does the SWAT team have that makes them specialize in bugs?
A lot of
I'm sorry if you went over it, but I don't remember the details.
Probably, those
those
like
swatter
things that you pump and it shoots out clouds of poison.
Yeah, those things that like have to like be illegal now or something, I assume.
Probably outdated now.
But they're in old-timey cartoons. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have a lot of those, of course. There's a reason they were banned. It's because they didn't want the general public to have these dangerous weapons.
Yeah.
How do you take down bees? We don't... The bee population, though.
Yeah, shit.
Bees not doing so good. So like maybe this problem just takes care of itself.
Well, is there any way maybe instead of poisoning them, they shoot them with their little like pump guns, whatever, but it's like it
sleeping
like
powder
turns the bees against her?
Oh. Happy bees.
Yeah, because I was gonna say maybe it's like a thing where like they're like, we can't kill the bees, we can't afford to lose anymore, so they have to like come up with a solution. And
the SWAT team is just like, we've never not killed the bugs. How do we? They can't even comprehend a plan where they can't kill the bugs.
And then they have to find a scientist who's been like laughed out of the scientific community.
What if we made bees but happy?
It's just weird, random. It's like that doctor they find in Area 51 in Independence Day. He's just gone nuts, but he's got some great ideas.
FX movies.
I love Independence Day. I will stand by that.
I know
the end of my day.
You genuinely love that movie.
It's so good. I love it so much. I watched the second one.
I don't think I've seen it.
Blew a load. It was
decade.
horrible. What's that?
I don't think I've seen Independence Day like in this decade, like since it turned to 2010.
That's your problem. I think I watched it last like around the 4th of July, I think.
Oh man, maybe I'll start doing that.
It's on Drew's TV right now.
It's going.
It's just muted with subtitles on.
That is a movie that I will fondly always look back on and think, God, I love this movie.
I don't remember any details about it.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
No, you know what, Tanner? To the best of your recollection, give me a brief overview of what happens in Independence Day.
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is a good game.
So, what happens is the White House gets blown up. I think that's the opening. And then Will Smith chases down an alien, and he makes him crash or something. And then Will says, "Welcome to Earth, motherfucker." Or maybe he doesn't say the F word. And he punches the alien.
Welcome to Earth, Melon Farmer.
Yeah, Melon Farmer.
It's censored.
And then there's a white actor that's alongside Will, and they fly in to the big spaceship in an alien spaceship, and they use a USB drive to kill it.
No. Back up. You honestly can't tell me the name of the actor that goes with Will Smith?
Is it Dennis Quaid?
No, dude.
I don't know.
But you've wrong Quaid, but also you're thinking of a different part of the movie.
Randy Quaid.
But he doesn't go up into space.
Wait, Randy Quaid's in it? Oh, yeah. Wait, no, he passed away, right? No. Who's the dude who died that was in Ghostbusters?
The Harold Ramis?
Yeah, was that
was like 5 years ago.
Was it Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum.
Holy fuck. Shit. Okay, I am embarrassed. I should have known that. I told you, I have not seen this movie in a long time.
But, so they go up into space and, I'm sorry, I interrupted your synopsis.
Then they use a USB drive to kill the aliens, I think. Right?
Nate, my memory's fuzzy. I think that adds up.
Sorry. I made it sound like when I pitched this idea that I had a really solid idea of what happens in the movie. In a way, I was really just asking Tanner to also just fill me in on what happens because it's also been a minute since I watched that movie.
All right, as the leading expert of Independence Day on this podcast, I'd say you nailed it.
I think there's a part where they're talking about how they need to figure out the aliens' cloaking technology, and then they're like, "But we already have." And I think they like throw something and it hits the invisible spaceship. Maybe.
Yeah, they fire a gun at it, which is ridiculous.
That'll do.
Because
I'll be honest, in my head it was like a Pepsi can that they just like threw at the thing.
You're absolutely right. What? He takes a can of Pepsi and he puts it on the spaceship and he tells, "Hey, why don't you shoot it?" And he fires a pistol at it and it ricochets off into a room full of people. So dangerous. OSHA.
Wait, so there is a can of Pepsi for real?
It's a can of pop of some kind.
Okay, but even just having a can in general is more than I expected to have.
Yeah. And then he demonstrates that he's able to take their shields down, which was a big pivoting point because like they couldn't take down the motherships because of the shield.
Is that a long movie?
Nah, it's like an hour and a half, I want to say. It's not that
long.
I'll
just pop it in right now?
Let's just do it real quick. I have it on
welcome
DVD.
to our
live commentary.
Live reactions to Independence Day.
Oh, man, love that movie. I was going to say that movie, and probably it's way worse of a movie, but I still like it holds a special place in my heart because there's no accounting for like, childhood memory and whatnot. The Scorpion King.
I should have known you were going to say that.
That movie I watched a ton of. It's such a bad movie, but damn if I don't love watching it.
Yeah, I think more people like Independence Day than like that. Why did we get onto Independence Day? What did we say that was like that?
I don't even remember. Oh, because you mentioned about finding a scientist that's like been exiled.
And you said there's a kooky scientist in that movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're back to it. That was a good segue.
There we go.
The scientist, what does he come up with? I guess the powder. He creates the powder that makes the bees happy.
He extracts happiness somehow but like happiness.
Oh, do they make her end up being happy so she stops doing this?
Oh, that's a good way to do it. Yeah. And it doesn't take as much happiness. They could each contribute a bit of happiness and then give it to her. And she's like, fine now.
Yeah. Did she get arrested still?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. They throw her into jail.
They're not just
she's going away for a long time. But she's happy about it.
We've all been sad before. We'll let it go.
But she's like really happy about it.
Listen, if we're just going to throw anybody who's ever taken control of bees and spread around sadness honey and throw them in jail, we might all as well all go to jail.
Yeah.
I didn't know Jeff Foxworthy was in this.
If you send bees after people who are really sad, you might be our villain that we're making today.
It's just like that sounded a lot like your Jeff Foxworthy voice to me.
Good.
So I couldn't.
Is that Jeff
I can't
Foxworthy?
not.
Oh, wait,
hear Jeff
sorry, who was that
Foxworthy
supposed
when
to
you
be?
do that. I don't know. What you were just saying, if we threw everyone into the jail, it sounded like you were doing Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh, yeah.
Were you?
No, well, the second time when I said...
No, the first one when I.
No, I was just...
It sounded
I was
like your
just
Jeff
trying to do a
Foxworthy
thing.
voice.
I was doing a different bit.
I liked it.
I think that's pretty good. I think that's defeated her, basically.
Yeah, what does she look like?
Does she go full like bee attire?
What is bee like? She wears a bee costume?
Maybe she has goggles that she wears and then she can take them off. And that's how she releases the bees.
I've been playing a lot of Pokemon lately, and I kind of picture it looking like the Pokemaniac does, where he has like a lab coat on and his eyes look crazy.
Oh, Pokemaniac.
Now, that's a touchstone I think we can all get behind.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's Pokemaniac, or it might be Nerd or something. It's one of them that like they're like have glasses on and they're all white, so it makes their eyes look crazy.
Yeah. No, I do know who you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been burning through Pokemon lately, so
it's like
easy.
It looks like that then. Goggles and
yeah, right. This guy had like a lab coat and glasses and shit.
maybe
Like
a yellow and black striped shirt underneath the lab coat.
Oh, there you go. That's a good call.
Boom. Perfect. Now we've arrived at. Oh wait, we got to do comic book cover, of course. Is it her like? I like the idea, the visual of her like bending over and like glaring, and like bees are coming just straight out of her in such full force.
And she's just like shooting them at someone.
Maybe at the side of a mountain. I'm gonna make it sad.
She's shooting him at the side of a mountain?
Yeah, what?
I don't know. Really demonstrating her power. She's bored in. She's making a tunnel.
Crying.
So that's where waterfalls come from, because mountains are sad.
When mountains cry. I don't know what's she shooting at.
I just like a bunch of cops that are shooting at her.
Oh, the SWAT team probably.
Yeah,
they're armed with swatters and like
she's
those.
She's at a roadside stand selling some honey
and just shooting bees at cops.
Sad.
She's really not
shooting.
trying.
You know, she's shooting bees at an invisible spaceship.
Force field. There's a Pepsi can under it.
Yeah. That I do kind of like Nate's idea. Where it's just sitting at a roadside stand, looking all sad with a bunch of jars of honey.
It's like what Lucy looks like when she's giving out her psychiatric.
Yeah, kind of.
It's kind of a makeshift
like more
stand.
Artistic cover.
Yeah.
Versus the action-packed one of I'm gonna fuck these cops up with some bees.
That's the alternate cover.
So I mean, there's two covers there.
Sorry, there's some just maniacal guys yelling outside my apartment.
Drew, come out here! Fight me!
Bring out your dad!
I only thought Independence Day was okay.
You just hear glass shatter and me yelling in the distance. What you say? That's right.
Are they done yelling?
Say that to my face. What is her name now?
Bee Clops.
Oh,
Beepression. Like you said earlier.
Yeah, those are both things Drew said earlier. Bee Clops and Beepression.
I think I like B-Clops more than Beepression.
What if we call it B-Clops with the power of Beepression?
It's pretty accurate.
Like, her name is B-Clops, and she has the power of
her superpower is... we rarely do that. The last time we did that was Marsupinesis, but Beepression is good.
What was Marsupinesis their power, and their name was something different?
Their name was... Marsuperham Lincoln.
Marsuperham Lincoln.
With Marsupinesis.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my god, I forgot about Marsuperham Lincoln.
It's such a good one.
It's so dumb.
Our next reissue, I'm picking that one. I don't care.
Yeah.
A little spoiler looking ahead. But yeah, I think that's good. Her power is
So
Beepression.
it's Beeclops with the power of beepression.
Is it like, or is it more broadly? I mean, it's specifically sadness, but like, could it be bee motion, like bee manipulation of emotion?
I like beepression better.
Okay.
I like it being more narrowed down with beepression.
All right.
Personally.
And then like when they fight her, they fill her with belation.
Yes. Good.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Excellent.
All right, I think we're good then.
Do you want me to fly us out of here?
I think so.
Yeah, let me buckle in first, though.
Yep.
Click.
Put your tray table up.
Fuck. All right.
I got my phone out. Am I good?
Yeah, just have it on airplane mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can
Or
have
don't.
it now.
Or don't, because Kelsey just had hers not on airplane mode the last flight around the entire time, and I was like, "Oh, you're trying to kill us."
Honestly, you're lucky to be alive. So.
Yeah. Because she pulled out her phone. She's like, "Oh, I got a little bit of a signal right now," when we were like however many miles in the air. And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Anyway, this is going to conclude issue number 96 of Headline Heroes. This week we created the villain Beeclops with the power of beepression. At this time, as always, we'd like to thank Brett Jacobson for creating the art for our show. Brett once found like 20 cents and change in one of his eyes.
Oh.
So, it's not quite bees, but, something.
Well, Brett, if you develop any sort of powers, please reach out.
Please.
We also want to thank Carl Sorensen. Carl did the music for this podcast and helped with all the post-production of the audio. If you're interested in working with Carl on any sort of musical project, you can reach out to him at carljsorensen.com.
If you have any articles that you come across, you'd like to send them our way, please do. I believe our supply is getting a little low, so it'd be great if we could get some more of those. So please do. You could send them to our email, headlineheroescast@gmail.com, our Twitter, headline_heroes. We have a Facebook group that you can post them to, and also our subreddit. We'd take them there, of course, r-headline heroes. If you want to call in and leave us a voicemail, please do. Be great to hear from you. That number is 319-596-6766. Whatever you're listening to us on, whether it's iTunes or Apple Podcasts or Google Play or whatever, it'd be cool if you could leave us some sort of review, a rating, 5 stars, tell us what you like. Spread the word about us, tell a friend, and finally, thank you for listening, and we hope you'll pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.